All right. Good evening, everyone. We had some technical glitches that were militating against me, but at last I won. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry, guys. Apologies, guys, for that. Um, Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry, guys. Apologies for that. I had to switch network at the last minute, and it was just a bit stressful and coupled with some technical glitches, but I think we're fine. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's going to be a powerful session. It's going to be um, awesome. I'm very hopeful. So good to see every one of you. Good to see every one of you. Good to see every one of you. So welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So if you're live and ready and you can hear me loud and clear, please type ready on the comment section. Let me be sure that you guys are ready. If you can hear me, if you can see me, and if you can hear my voice loud and clear, please type ready on the comment section. Let me be sure that we are good to go. And please, I just want to take out the time to also inform the people that should be here that we are live. If you know anybody, any of your friends that should be here, please let them know that we are live. Let them know that we've started. Today's session will be very, straight to the point. It will be straight to the point, and I'm hopeful it's going to be very helpful to you. Um, so if you know somebody that should be here, please let him know that we are live now. Everybody that should be here, share it on any WhatsApp group where it's allowed. Let them know that we are live and we are ready to go. Okay. I'm pumped, I'm ready, and I'm hopeful that today's session brings a lot of clarity to many of you and to many of the money issues that some of you are also facing. Some of you might be having, and it's going to be life changing for every one of us. All right. So please share on every group that you can. Let them know that we have started. Because once I kick off, I don't want us to match break to the very end. Okay. So for those of you that are joining us, probably want in this classes for the very first time, this is the Wisdom Bank Mentorship Training Program. It is not a forex training. Need to repeat that it is not a forex trading mentorship. I'm not here to teach forex. Most of you might know me because of forex trading, but this is not a forex trading mentorship. This is basically me trying to pour out my years of experiences, trying to build wealth like every regular Nigerian. Okay. And every regular Africans, because I know some of you are in diaspora. Okay, so the aim of this training, the aim of those webinars are to organize trainings, that hits deep. It might be finances. Currently, we are in the School of Finance. We've had only one, I think, previous schools. Well, since we started the mentorship program, and we are currently in the School of Finance. And from here, we're moving on to the School of Relationship. I'm thinking we've had School of Wisdom also. At some point, we'll do School of Life. There are just many schools under this mentorship program, and it's free. It's totally free. The idea is to help every one of us navigate life and to make the best out of our time on this side of the divide. Okay, so that said, let's go. So today we are going to be discussing about money. Okay, because trust me when I say the issue of money is one that a lot of people shy away from, but can't deny the effect of the absence of money in their life. And if you grew up in the average Nigerian family, if you grew up in the average Nigerian family or average African family with maybe parents who try to not show you how much money important is, they try to tell you things like, just go to school, By the time you graduate, then you start learning about money. They try to downplay the importance of it in the quality of decisions that you make day to day, and they try to just leave all those decisions to when you are done with school. Now, the problem with that model of training is that a lot of the fundamental things you should learn about money, you should have started learning them even as a teenager. You should have started learning them, in your 14s, 15s, 16s, 17, 18. It's not something you should start learning after school. In fact, to be sincere with you guys, it's late to start learning about money after university. Some people feel like the best time to start learning about money is after university, but it's actually late at that point. Everything you're learning about money from when you graduate from university, and from there on, everything you're learning from them is more like remedial knowledge, because the real knowledge about money starts with understanding purpose, understanding essence, understanding your talents, understanding your gifts. And these are things that you should have understood, and quite you should have been firm about them even before going to the university. So everything you're doing in the university up until the time waiting to start learning about money when you graduate, you're probably just going to be doing remedial. Okay. If you agree with me, most of the people that let's do a practical, let's be a bit practical now. Now think about the 10 richest people that you know around your circle. Let's do this practical now. Okay. And I need answers. I'll need feedback from you guys on the comment section. So think about the 10 richest people that you know in your circle right now. Okay, it might be your uncle, it might be your friend, but just think about the top 10. I don't mean the top 10 richest people in the world. Hear what I'm saying, okay? So I'm not saying like the Tony Lumelu, who probably you don't know personally, or the Dangote, who maybe, you probably do not know them personally. I'm talking about people you know, your uncles, your auntie, your neighbors in the compound, people you grew up with. Think of the 10 richest of them. Now, question, think of those 10 people, and question, I want you to ask yourself now as you're thinking about them, which of them right now are doing exactly what they read in school? In fact, in my own list I have in my head, more than 50% of that number probably didn't even go to school. You get what I'm saying? So if we're really sincere about wealth and talking about wealth, you see that it has a lot to do with more of inborn skills than even skills that we learn in school. You get what I'm saying? So learning about money, waiting to start learning about money when you finish from campus is more like doing yourself a remedial. Okay, it doesn't help a lot. So the best time to learn about money is even before you start, even choose which university to go to or which courses to read in school. All right. But however, let's see, because I know some of you here probably would have done, probably done university. So you're asking yourself, so how do I start? Now, let me share a bit of my story with you, because if I don't share my story with you, it might be difficult to connect. Okay. Now, let me share a bit of my story with you, because I think it's necessary I should. Okay. Now, by God's grace, I've been able to make a level of wealth. Okay. I might not be Dangote level wealth, but I'm very, very comfortable, like extremely comfortable. Okay. I'm not anywhere near average Nigerian in terms of comfort. Okay. And that is a privilege that I would say that God has afforded me, in addition to many things that I have been able to practice over the years. And some of these things are things I'll be teaching some of them tonight. Okay. Now, I grew up, my dad wasn't average also when it comes to wealth. My dad had money. Okay. He had money, and but I didn't experience money. Okay, I come from my dad was wealthy, but I didn't know he was wealthy. I think that's the best way to put it. I didn't experience it. There was no special privileges of a rich man's child, kind of. Owing to the fact that my dad is very frugal in spending. You understand? If he gives you 1,000 naira, you have to do serious accounting on that money. So before he does that money, a lot of calculation goes into it. You understand? So I didn't have privileges of a rich man. the only good privilege I would say I had is that we went to the best of schools. Okay, the schools I went to, both, nursery, primary, and secondary schools at the time were the best in the state where I grew up. So I would say that was the real privileges I had, which I'm very grateful to God for. But aside that, I mean, there was no. I trek to my uncle's house, and then he takes me to school, and back all the way back, and trek. I mean, almost 2 kilometer walk. You understand? Probably should be around 2 kilometer, or maybe less. Yeah, should be around 2 kilometer, even three safe. Okay, so I walked that distance, from when I was in primary school. So that tells you that there was no. I was a hood boy from a rich parent. You get. So, but however, my dad died when I was 15, and then up until then, from when he died, as at when I was 15, every year we got poorer, in my opinion. Every year we got poorer. Things just started, just going downside all the way. Some of his properties, we started selling. Some of the things he had, we started putting them on sale because the business he was doing, I mean, the business just died, kind of. The business just started, stalling at the time, and then all the way. So I would say I had the experiences of the. I'm both a what's this thing they call it now on Twitter now. I'm both a Nepo baby and a Lapo baby one. I'm Nepo Lapo. If there's a name for that one, that's what I am. Okay, I'm Lapo. I'm also Nepo. Okay, a combination of the both of them. You get. So I know the hustle. I know what it means because when I was on campus, you know, there was some of struggles I had as regards money. I wasn't. I had enough, but not enough as I would have wanted. You get what I mean? Okay, and also even when I finished school, I had also struggled also with money issues. So I've had money issues, and I understand what it looks like. I understand what it feels like. So the things I'm going to be telling you tonight are things that I would say I've practiced over those few years now. I've been, building a business, building wealth. I've seen what it means to go from not having to having enough, and enough to now give to other people. You understand? Now, the talking about wealth, there's this misconception a lot of people have about wealth, and I want to actually start with that. I know many of you here probably, might not be of the same religion that I am, but however, Scripture says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Most of the times, people the misconception around that scripture is actually too massive. Most of people read it inside their head as the love of money is the root of all sin. Most of the time, people don't really clarify what context was Paul actually, telling Timothy that scripture. Okay, because that was the scripture where Paul was talking to Timothy. Okay, he told them the love of money is the root of all evil. But most of people read it as the love of money is the root of all sin. So they feel like that evil there is like sin. But in the context, because if you read the whole, this is in, I think, First Timothy 6, from 1, you can read it. I think that part is like 10 or so, verse 10 or so, but you can read the whole scripture for yourself. First Timothy chapter 6. Okay, read it for yourself. You see that the context there was in comparison to something else, because it's the same scripture that he talked about godliness with contentment is great gain, and the same scripture he talked about slaves serving their servants faithfully, blah 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 blah, those kind of things. So you find out the context there was trying to compare money and the love of money to many other things that are more important than money. So that was the whole context. And the evil there is not evil, is not sin. I don't know how to explain this thing now so that it doesn't stand, but I hope you guys get the context I'm coming from. So the love of money being the root of all evil is not the root of all sin, it's the root of all evil. Things like, hatred, things like wickedness, things like, selfishness, those kind of things. You get. Now, in context now, when you compare what that part of the scripture was talking about, and especially that love aspect of it, you find out that in context, what is trying to bring your attention to is the fact that there are more important things in this world than money. In as much as money is very important, which I agree with, which we are going to find out how we can make a lot of it, because I always say Make a lot of money. Okay, I'm a big believer that you should make all the money that you can make in this world, legally speaking, because at the end of the day, a lot of things, a lot of possibilities around your life is all geared towards your ability to have cash, real cash. You get what I mean? You get, so it's very important. You get, but however, the context is that there's some more important things in life than money. And I want to take this from one direction because I'm not here to preach, okay? I'm not here to tell you, I'm here to focus on something which is value, okay? Now, I've said it many times here. Some of you that have been joining these sessions, you've heard me say every single time that pursuing money is a waste of time, is a total waste of time. The problem most of the time is not that people don't are not hardworking. Most of the time is that they are working hard in the pursuit of money. But the problem with money is that money will never allow you to catch it because money also is running towards something else. Now imagine that. I mean, how many of you have? I know probably if growing up, many of you watch Tom and Jerry. Okay, you see the way Tom is pursuing Jerry, Jerry is running around, that kind of thing. Some of you are doing that kind of thing with money. You are pursuing money, but the problem, the reason why I can't catch money is because money is also pursuing something else. And what is money pursuing? Money is pursuing value. Very simple. Now, the reason why I started by quoting that scripture, First Timothy 6, for you guys, is because I wanted you to put things in context. Because the theme of this webinar is beyond money. Because by the time you understand the things that are more in ranking than money and begin to pursue them, you begin to find out that money begins to come to you much more easier than it was. Now, I can tell you sincerely, and I lie you not, currently in my life, if I compare the kind of work I'm doing now in terms of like things that exert my energy, if I compare it to the things I was doing as at the time when I was broke, especially the time when I finished school and I was looking for internship, and as the time when I was doing my internship and even after internship. Now, if I compare the work, the things that expend my energy, I'm probably doing more than 70% less of that kind of things I was doing as at that time. And guess what? I'm making probably maybe 500% more of the money I was making when I was expending more energy. And these things, sometimes it feels too good to be true. It feels too good to be real. But that's the reality of life. Some of you, you're pursuing money, and that's the problem. The reason why some of you are broke is because you're actually pursuing money. That's the problem. And the more you are pursuing the money, the harder it is pursuing value. Money follows value. Money is pursuing value. And the beautiful thing about value is not running. It's not going anywhere. Unlike money, is not running around. It's one place. So the money you are pursuing is looking for something else. So rather than pursuing the money, is rather to look for the value the money is pursuing, catch that value, the money comes and meets you there. Now, let's be a bit more practical with this thing now, because I want to take this thing step by step, okay? Now, I usually tell people that, in my opinion, scriptures didn't tell us that God is fair. It says God is just. There's a difference between God being fair and God being just. That's the way I interpret it. Your interpretation may be different. This is my personal interpretation, so don't argue with me. This is my own, okay? So, scripture says that God is just. It didn't say he's fair. Just means that there is a form of equity. It means that when God creates two people, there is, in their lifetime, when you compare all the opportunities they have access to, all the chances that they got all through their lifetime, you see that at the end of their life, let's say both of them lived, let's say one lived 50 years and one lived 70 years. When you compare the both of their lives, you find out that time and chance at the end of the day afforded both of them equal number of opportunities to make good use of their life. That's just. That's God being just. Now, those opportunities might not come at the same time. The person that died at 70, his best opportunity or God's one of his great opportunities in life probably might have come at 40. In which case, if he had maximized that opportunity at 40, the person who died at 50, whose opportunity might have come in his 18s or 20 years old, the guy getting his opportunity at 40, in 10 years would have caught up with what this other guy that started at 20 had done in 30 years. So in that case, God is just. And I want us to have that mentality or mindset going into what I'm about to say now, because it will begin to make more sense. Why I had to say and tell you that is because I want you to agree with me and accept the fact that everything you need to make the greatest or the, let's say, the biggest amount of money possible to you in your lifetime, everything that you needed, God made those things available from, in fact, let me not say from birth now, before you were born. The people you will meet, the skills, the talent, some of you came and you don't even know why you know how to sing, but you just found out that you know how to sing. Some of you just came to the world and just see, let me tell you, nothing is coincidence. Get this. Everything that happens around your life are all opportunities or happenstances that are leading up to opportunities for you. But most of the time, the problem is that many people don't see it. The people you were born into, even the family you were born into, whether they were poor or rich, those were also part of God's plan at the end of the day to make sure that you fulfilled, have success when it comes to abundance, because that's one of the promises he promised us. Okay, if you believe that. Okay, so everything at the end of the day, everything, when I mean everything, I mean every single thing. Because when I look at my life, there are not many things that, because of course, if you progress in life, you find out that at different junctures of life, at different intervals of life, things happen that increase your wealth. Okay, things happen that just shoots you up in many ways. And I find out that some of those things were not far away from me. There was no opportunities I got access in life that was too far-fetched, in the sense that it usually just people that have been around. Some I grew up with, some I got to know as that maybe when I was going through school, I met them. Everything just kind of aligned. You get what I'm trying to say? You get? So God doesn't put resources for you to live your best life that far away from you. The problem is that most people are looking for things far away from them. Let's say, for instance, you're here to make your first million. I assure you, the day you make your first million naira, the sun will not be blue on that day. It will still be good old yellow sun. You understand? Water will not turn to blood that day. It will still be colorless. You get what I'm trying to say? Because every resource that God has made available, both human resource, spiritual resource, inanimate and animate resource, God has made available for you to achieve your financial plans or achieve financial freedom in life, which I believe is God's ultimate goal for every human being. At least that one. Okay? Every resource that he has made available is not too far away from you. I promise you. I remember the day I would say I had 1 million naira in my account. I remember that day. I can't forget it. And guess where I was? I was on top of bike. I was on a bike. I had saved up about 800 and something thousand naira or something. So I just received an alert of like 220,000 or so. But the money was 1 million. The alert I received completed the money 1 million. And the bike was moving. I saw the money. I said, what? So I have 1 million. It was like, you have 1 million now. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and it was a normal day, just a normal. There was nothing special, nothing. It was, everybody was moving normal. People were not walking on their head. Everybody was walking on their two legs. The bike man was driving normal. There was nothing abnormal. You understand? So, and there was nothing extraordinary about my own pursuit. I didn't call somebody from America. I don't know. I just hope you guys understand the context of what I'm saying here. What I'm trying to tell you guys here is that everything you need for financial freedom is around you. In fact, 70% of that is inside of you already. Because the skill set, the talent, the choices, the circumstances that God brings around you, most of the time are all the opportunities that you need to maximize. So I want us to settle the fact that when it comes to the issue of wealth, you and God are on the same side. That's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to, see, many people believe that because if you don't abolish that religious mindset that some of you might have about money, it's really a problem. So many people believe that, that somehow that money is not for them, or making an amount of money is not for them. Some people just believe in smallness. They just want, if I'm able to just buy one, hustle in this life, somehow, buy one small car and then live in one small house. No, abolish that mindset. When it comes to the issue of money, God wants you to have as much as you possibly can. You get what I'm trying to say? So abolish that mindset. Now let's go a bit. There are like many things I want to do, but I'm taking them one by one. Okay. So there's a reason. First of all, let me take the direction. Now there's a reason why God gives you or gives us values and giftings. Now there's a reason God gifts every one of us. And that reason is so that we can produce value. And like I initially said, when you have value, money comes to you. Now, but there are also 5 pillars, or I would say five types of wealth, if you can put it that way. 5 things that truly makes one wealthy. Because some of you, in fact, some of you have some level of wealth, but you don't even know yet. Okay? By the time I start explaining them, there are 5 of them. By the time I start explaining them, you find out that some of you are actually like very wealthy, but you just don't know yet. Now, let's start from the very first one. There's something called physical wealth. Physical wealth has to do with your health, your energy, vitality, the ability to, to be free of any medical verdict. Now, will you agree with me that the day you wake up, if you wake up today now, whatever work you are doing, whether you are the chairman of NNPCO, or whether you are working in Mobile, or you're the managing director at Sheraton or Transcorp, whatever business you're doing right now, you agree with me that the day you wake up in the morning and you try to open your eye and the eye is not opening, there is nothing in this world that will be more important than opening that eye. Nothing. The day you wake up and you want to raise your right hand and you can't raise that right hand, there is nothing else in this world that is more important than raising that right hand. Even if they are calling you at work, that if you come now, that they will increase your salary, there's nothing more important to you than raising that hand. That's how important physical wealth is. That's how important your health is. Do you understand? Now, the reason why I need to share these 5 levels of wealth is because so that if you're going to be applying the other things I'll be teaching you as regards going, making the best of your time, because the topic is cracking the money code. There is a code to wealth, actually. There is a real code to wealth. You understand? And I'll touch on that. Okay? But I need us to be guided, first of all. Okay? I need us to be guided, because so that you don't lose, you don't lose 2 in search of 1. You know what I'm trying to say? So that I don't lose something else in search of something less valuable. You understand? So physical wealth is real wealth. Okay, the ability to have all your appendages intact is real wealth. Some of you don't know how wealthy you are. I remember one of the reasons why I don't know that I've shared with you, but one of the reasons why I did not do medical practice or practice, after going through medical school is because I just couldn't bear it. I sincerely couldn't bear it. You get, every time you go to the hospital, we're doing ward rounds, you see people in normal struggle. I couldn't. I just couldn't, man. I couldn't. You get, I saw the kind of struggle. Jeez. I couldn't. That was why I didn't practice. You understand? Because the problem that was posing to me is I was seeing a lot of possibilities. I saw young people sick. I saw children sick. I saw old people sick. I saw people, rich people sick. I saw poor people sick. So they were all looking like like this can be you. And anytime I see a sick, it's like this can also be you. No. I rather not see. You understand? So that was the reason I just couldn't hold it. You understand? And I said this humorously. There was a patient I was managing that time, a school patient, and it was too bad. I started crying. I started crying for the patient in front of the patient. The patient was comforting me, his physician. So it's that bad. You get, so but what I'm trying to point out is that some of you are already wealthy when it comes to physical wealth, but you just don't know. The fact that there are some things in your life right now that are other people's prayer points. Acknowledge that. Okay? Be deeply thankful to God. If you are not lacking in these parts, you get what I'm trying to say. You can see well, you can talk well, you can shake your head, you can move your hands. Those are some people's prayer points. So if in this area you are not lacking, please be thankful to God. All right, so let's move to number 2. If you're enjoying this so far, please type. What will you type now? Type "I'm with you," okay, on the comment section. Type "I'm with you" on the comment section. All right, if you're following. So physical wealth, okay. Number 2, number 2 is social wealth. Social wealth. Some of you are rich socially, but you don't know. And what that means is that some of you have friends that love you. You have a family that loves you. You have friends who can stick out their necks for you. You have colleagues who are happy to see you. I remember when one time the richest man in China, Jack Ma, I don't know who is the current richest man, but Jack Ma was the richest at the time. There was a time a newspaper publication about him went viral where he said that he's no longer happy with his money. That he's no longer happy with his money. And what was the reason? That everybody sees him as an opportunity. They don't see him as a human being anymore. They see him as opportunity. Everybody wants something from him. Everybody in his life just wants. He's no longer a human being. As far as they are concerned, he's just a walking ATM. And you can imagine the richest man being depressed. See, I know somebody will say, I know somebody's thinking right now, I'd rather be crying a bit. See, let me tell you, it's not always that way. Sometimes it's better to cry inside keke. It's a problem when you can fund your sadness. I hope you know there's some level of depression that requires funding. And it's a problem when you can fund it. Have you heard of people doing drug overdose and those kind of things? Why would imagine you didn't have money. Where will you even buy the drug? We'll have money to buy drug. So the fact that you can overdose on a drug means that you had some money to even buy it in the first place. So it's a problem when you can fund your sadness, you can fund your depression. You understand? So don't think it's that, okay, it's better, let me just have the money first and I can handle depression when it comes. Okay? There's really something called social wealth, and some of you already have it. The fact that you can walk free. Everybody loves you, at least. Not, of course, not everybody will love you because some people are just haters. That's just their life. You can't do anything about it. Okay, but the majority of people that you go around love you. That's social wealth. You have good friends. Some of you don't know how good it is that you have good friends. Some of you want to downplay what it means to have good friends. You don't know. You know what it means to have good friends. You just don't know. Somebody was telling, one of my wife's friends was telling her, my wife went to visit her one time, so she made a statement that one thing that she's thankful to God about is for her circle, her circle of friends, her circle of friends, like, which includes, I would say my wife's son, which is me, you understand, and my friends, because we are all friends. We have like just guys like that, like in church, we're all married, and some of us with kids and all of that. So it was like she's thankful that many of the things she's seeing on social media, that she doesn't see her husband's friends, which is inclusive of me and other people, which is our clique of friends, that we don't do that. We don't even think it's talk more of doing it. That she's thankful for that circle, because it's more like a reassurance of the fact that what we see outside is not the normal, it is the abnormal. Because there's a way you keep seeing something on social media and it now looks like the normal, and the one that used to be normal now looks like the abnormal. For instance, now I know this is not a good example. We're talking about finances. Let me just digress a bit. Something like, cheating, having side chicks. For instance, now is everybody's normal, because your celebrities all have side chicks. You understand? They have baby mamas. So it's more like the new normal. You understand? So anybody who says that, I don't have any, it now looks like he's abnormal. Do you understand? So some of you don't know how grateful you should be that your friends are still the real normal now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you don't know how grateful you should be that your friends are still really normal. It's not the abnormal normal. You know what I'm saying? So social wealth is a real thing. Some of you, there are some people that they are from families where the families don't even love them. The mom doesn't know who the children are. The father doesn't care what his children are doing. There are some people like that. Unfortunately, so you get. So if you're not lacking in social wealth, you don't know what God has done for you. God has done a lot. So clock that, okay? Clock that. If you're following so far, type clock it on the comment section, okay? Number three is time wealth. Some people are rich, but they don't have time. No time whatsoever to spend the money they have. I heard of a particular guy that saved up how much again in his lifetime. Let me look for that story, because I want to give you guys a real figure. So this guy saved how much again? $8 million. His name was Ronald Reed. $8 million. The guy, he was working as a janitor. I hope you guys know what janitor, cleaner in a particular company. And over the years, up until when he died at, I think, in his 50s or so, 92. 92. He worked for 34 years and died at 92. I think that's it. And at 92, when he died, he had $8 million. $8 million that he did not spend doing anything. He did not enjoy the money. He just died. Just saved money on his life and died. You get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people have money, but they don't have time. If you have time freedom, we don't know what God has done for you. And I don't mean time freedom means that maybe you're a business person, you're not doing 9 to 5. No, there's some people that are doing 9 to 9. Do you understand? There are some people that are doing, and what I mean 9 to 9, I mean round 2 times, like 24 hours of the day. You get what I'm trying to say? That's not freedom. Okay, if you have money and you don't have time to spend the money quickly just become very useless to you at the end of the day. You will not know what to do with it, and you will not even use it well. So you need time freedom as much as you also need money. And some of you are already enjoying this and you don't know. Okay, but let's move. Now, number 4, there's something called mental wealth. Okay, mental wealth. Now, this talks about sense of direction and sense of purpose. Because a lot of people have money, but they don't know what the money is for. I've met with a few people who confessed to me. I had like there was one that stood out very well. This guy had moved to UK. I think it was UK now, but he was outside of Nigeria. Has moved, was doing a very fantastic. He was doing his masters, earning very well, like very okay. There was nothing around his life that was bad. Do you understand? He was okay. The pay was good. He was living good. Everything was just fine. But guess what? He wasn't enjoying life. Like life just was just not making sense. There was nothing about what he was doing that was making sense to him. That's what we call mental poverty. You don't have a sense of direction. You don't have what is driving you. You're doing well, but inside of your head or inside of your mind, you're doing bad. Terrible. That's not a good place to be. Rather that you have, it's better safe that you have a sense of purpose and actively working towards making money than you have made the money and you don't have any purpose for it. I heard of a story of a man that won what's it called now? Jackpot. All these are jackpot thing. The guy won some millions, of dollars or so. He didn't just know what to do with the money. Guess what the guy did? The guy rented like these pickup trucks that have open, the back is open. Rented, them like two or three of them. Now, but like he emptied, what's it called now? Wine stores, like emptied them, bought everything, bought all their stock, climbed the truck, loaded all of them on the trucks, climbed them, and they were just going around the city. As they were going around the city, he would open the wine and just be pouring it on the road. That was just how he spent the money. No sense of direction whatsoever, nothing. So rather that you don't have the money, your boy have a sense of purpose and you are on your way to make the money, that you have made it no sense of direction, you just become an idiot. You get what I'm trying to say? Money without direction is a kind of money you don't want to have. So mental wealth is something. You need mental wealth. You need to be mentally wealthy. You get what I'm trying to say? A strong sense of purpose. Know exactly what you want out of life and comfortably and confidently working towards it. One of the reasons why I think I live what I call a full life. I don't know anybody in this life that is more satisfied in life than me. And this is not me trying to be humble. I'm serious. I'm sincerely serious. I don't know anybody that is enjoying life more than I'm enjoying life. I know people that are richer, money than me. But I promise you, I don't know anybody who is enjoying this life more than me. Now, the problem now is what is enjoyment to you now might not mean, it's not the same thing it means to me. I'm highly satisfied with life. There was this story, I think Pastor Adrian shared about a particular man. And I think I also read that thing in, what's this man's book now? The Psychology of Money. It's a good book to read. If you guys have not read Psychology of Money, please read Psychology of Money. It's a very, very good book. So he said that a particular man walked into a party, rich people party, rich people thing, rich people thing. So they were in their party and everybody there was like a billionaire, like that, like that, like that. So one particular guy was walking around with his glass cup, glass juice, and just sipping the thing. So one guy just came just to intimidate him and told him that this guy pointed at somebody that was part of the party, a very rich guy also. I was like, this guy, no matter how much money you make in this life, you will never make as much money as this guy makes. So the guy looked at him and just smiled. I was like, anyway, that's fine. But however, I have what this guy will probably never have in his entire life. Just shocked the guy. So he looked at him and was like, what do you mean? What do you have that this man like this, that is wealthy like this, will never have? The guy looked at him and said, enough. He has enough. See, when you come to that point in your life where what you have, no matter how small it is enough, you are one of the most dangerously happy human beings in entire life. The problem is that people don't know what is enough. The reason I'm able to tell you that I'm very satisfied with life is not because I have everything. Of course, there are many things I want that I even need money to do. But with what I have enough. You get? I usually say this: there is nobody in this life that can intimidate me with money. See, there are many things you can try to intimidate me with, but money is the last. I am unintimidated by money. Never. There is nothing. You can impress me with any other thing, but if you try with money, you have failed on you know by attempts. You get what I'm saying? Money is the least of the things anybody can impress me with. What anybody has is none of my business. The one I have is enough. Is enough for me. That's why I can't. There's some people that have sold their dignity. They've sold their shame because of money. Some people have sold their shame, sold their why? Anyway, that's not the topic for today. So let's move. Now, finally, the final, pillar of wealth, or the final component of real wealth is, of course, financial wealth. This is where the money comes in now. Okay. No matter what the issue is, I always say money solves money problems. Money does not solve all your problems, but the problems that money can solve, only money can solve it. You get what I'm saying? So money does not solve all your problems in life, but the problems that money can solve, nothing else can solve it but money. So don't allow anybody to downplay the importance of money. See, I hate it with passion when people, especially clergy people, what I mean clergy now, whether it's imam, whether it's pastor, or even native doctor, I mean something religious. I hate it when religious people try to downplay the importance of money. It pains me. There's this personal pain I have for it. Because what do you mean? Do you know how important money is? You understand? In the quality of life that you live, in the quality of relationships that you have, there are some things that money can enhance in your life. Money gives you options, and options in the world we live in is power. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Options is power. That's the real power. There's this thing they say that he who can walk out of the negotiation table without a deal, who is willing to walk out of a negotiation table without a deal, is the person who has the greatest power on the table. Most of the best deals I've brokered in my life, I brokered them based off on this principle because I'm always ready to walk out. It doesn't matter what the money is, I'm ready to walk out. It doesn't matter what the pay is, I'm ready to walk out. And the fact that they know they're ready to walk out, they negotiate better. They negotiate with you, with your best interests. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, I mean, that's how it should be. Okay? See, money is important and it's very important. Do you understand? Don't allow anybody to downplay the importance of it. Don't allow anybody to tell you are too ambitious or you are doing too much. You're only doing too much and it becomes too much in reality when you are working hard to find the money and not looking for the value that brings the money. Now, let me ease into the real code of wealth because I want us to touch. Now I've been able to handle, understand the things that make money navigate your way and making money without losing the most important things in your life. So let's talk about secrets of wealthy people. Now, there are three I would like to share with you. There are three of them I would like to share with you. Three of them. And I'll start with the first one, which I've already shared with every one of us already. Okay. Now, please pay attention to what I'm about to say now, because I'm very hopeful it will change your life. Okay. See, I've been able to meet with a few other people in my life. And when I mean wealthy now, I don't mean like multimillionaires now. I mean billions now. I mean people that are controlling billions, have billions in assets and real cash. I've met with a few in these past few years of doing business, especially here in Abuja. And I promise you, some of the things they talk about and care about the most are usually the things the poor people do not care about or even think about the most. I've met with people who, in my opinion, I thought that as somebody who is interested in wealth or somebody who's interested in, who is operating somewhere up there, I felt like they should be impressed with my erudition now. You see, I don't know what that is English right now. Like the fact that you know much. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I found out that most of the time, that's not really the truth. Much knowledge is not a predisposition for a good life. When I mean much knowledge now, I mean the fact that you are well read, like, you speak well, you package well. I've seen people who know the packaging, they have the packaging down, but still haven't been able to crack into what makes wealthy people really wealthy and the things they actually care about. You see people, they come around, maybe they go to a conference. I've seen that happen many times. They go to a conference, maybe where the speaker is a wealthy person, a multi-billionaire, and they now stand up and they want to also, speak eloquently. I went to a particular conference and the man spoke. This guy is a multi-millionaire in real estate. Spoke very sweetly, very calmly. One guy stood up and wanted to ask a question. And in the guise of asking the question, he was actually trying to educate the billionaire. Now, I'm of the opinion that if you want to educate somebody higher than you, if you want to educate or teach somebody who is bigger than you, you don't make it clear that is your intention. That can be your secondary intention, but your primary intention at every single time should be honor. I've met people that let me not just keep using myself, but in all sincerity, the wealthy don't care much about erudition. They don't care much about how much you know. At the end of the day, what they are looking for is how valuable what you are doing or what you know will be able to help them first. Every human being is a selfish human being, naturally. We all came with selfishness naturally. It's not even God himself acknowledges human selfishness, because God said, love your neighbor as yourself. So God acknowledges that the normal human being loves himself first more than any other person. So even when he advises us on how to love, he said, love your neighbor as yourself. So we came with inborn selfishness. Every one of us, including you watching me, we all came with inborn selfishness. And you can see it even white children. You can give a child now biscuit and tell the child, okay, give me one stick inside, and they'll say no. It's inborn. You can't change it. You understand? Or maybe you born a newborn baby that is just born. The mother is complaining that she's tired, she can no longer breastfeed the child. The child doesn't care. As far as she's concerned, if you like, even if you are dying, be giving me breast first. As you're dying, let me be, sucking breast first. You understand? As far as they are concerned, they don't really send you much. Attend to them first. So every human being comes with that inborn selfishness. Every one of us. And when you meet wealthy people, they don't come to, they are not really there to help you per se. as far as they are concerned, their business is priority. The business is the religion. So everything, every other connection you're trying to make or trying to come into their circle, you come in from the place of honor first. Because I say this, when you meet a rich person, somebody that is wealthy, first thing, even if you don't like the person, even if you don't like who the person is, first things first, honor first. Most importantly, give honor to whom honor is due. Because if it was easy to have money, everybody of us will have it. The reason why all of us here, you understand, the reason why, we respect people that have money is because not everybody can. Not everybody are able to do what it takes to have it. So when you see people that have it, first of all, honor them. Give them the honor first. Then secondly, value. Go in with value. What are you offering? You will see people go to conferences and they just, hey, give me your number, give me your number. All those things are, see, don't do that in 2026. When you go to events, you're just looking for people to collect number. You collect his number, you'll be so happy. I used to do that. These are things I used to do when I was on campus. I'll go to events where they invite some people to talk about money or finance or anything. After the event, I'll just rush. Hey, hello, sir. My name is this. I am this. I love what you're doing. You're my mentor. Everybody's your mentor. You know, when you are poor, everybody's your mentor. Nobody get mentor past poor man, no. When you don't have money, everybody's your mentor. So everybody I meet, you are my mentor. I follow you. You are my mentor. And you just say, please let me have your number, sir. You don't have it. I'll be so happy that they gave me their number. Until I found out that my Mr. Excel used to say that phone number is not contact. The fact that you have phone number does not mean that you have contact. There are the people that don't have so much phone numbers, but they have contact. And when they reach out to their contact, something shows up. But you call all that phone numbers you have, and nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will come out from it. So, value. Okay, I'm cracking the code of word to you people now, because this year, I believe some of us here will be breaking into circles where things are happening, circles where decisions are being made, where you have people that are giving you contracts in the billions. You understand? In the B's. You get what I'm saying? So I'm preparing you. If you believe this and I'm saying, claim it on the comment section. Claim it. If you believe what I'm telling you, better claim it on the comment section. I'm prophesying now. It's not because I'm not shaking my head. I'm falling on the floor. You are not taking my prophecy serious. Anyway, for those of you that believe it, this year you're breaking into serious circles where decisions are made, where you have people that are giving you contracts in multiple millions and in billions. This is that year. So I'm teaching you how to fully step into that realm and stay there permanently. You know what I'm saying? So the first code, honor. First of all, when you see somebody who has a result, as far as financial results, give them the honor first. Most important. Even if you don't like them, give them the honor first. Secondly, you come from the place of value. What do you have that can benefit them? What do you have that should be able to make them interested, to draw you closer? What can you do to make what they are doing better? Don't always think of help me. See, let me tell you. This I want to say now is paining me personally. Have you noticed that it's easier for people to give money to their pastors or give money to rich people than it is for them to help poor people? Have you noticed that? Because when people help you, in reality, they are looking out for themselves. Even inside that help, they are helping you. Why do people give to pastors more than some people give to pastors than they give to their parents? Some people give to religious people more than they give to their parents, which I don't have any. I'm not here to debate. You get? Well, I'm just saying the reason why it is that easy is because at the end of the day, there is something at the back end. It might be the happiness, it might be the satisfaction, it might be the peace that comes with it. But whatever it is, at the end of the day, you find out that there's always a rip-off to it. And the second reason is because nobody gives you anything because of pity. See, when somebody helps you because of pity, most of the time, is a one-off help. It's not a help that establishes you for a lifetime. See, the only reason why somebody can continuously keep helping you, keep doing something for you, is because you are constantly proving valuable to that person. See, this help me mentality that we have as Africans is the reason why we just keep building small businesses. You see somebody on WhatsApp, help my business. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. This mentality of that your client or your customer is helping you, that's the problem. See, when you, let's say I'm selling phone. If you buy my phone, you're not helping me, you're helping yourself. The mentality I'm using to sell is different from you buying. You are buying because you need my phone. You're not buying because you want to help me. And if you, as the business person, has this mentality, it will help you to, first of all, sieve yourself out of that local begging businesses. If you're a vendor and somebody pays you to deliver, the person needs your value more than you even need his money. If somebody wants to buy something or pay me to do a service, you are the person that needs me. You are the person giving me money. That means you value what I'm giving you more than your money. So you are not helping me, I'm helping you. Whether you're selling cars down to selling, maybe you are selling clothes, you're not helping me. If you buy my clothes, I'm beautifying you. So you need me. And when you have that mentality, it makes marketing easy. See, there is nothing that makes marketing as easy as much as knowing that what you are giving out is actually providing real value for people. If you keep thinking that when you are marketing, that you are selling, you're trying to get something from people, then that's the problem. That's the reason why you will not market well. Marketing starts from the fact that I know that the more people I reach, the more people I can help. So if somebody pays me, I'm helping you. So I go all out for the marketing because I'm looking for people to help. You get what I'm trying to say? Don't have that mentality that when people are giving you money, they are helping you. If you have a business, any service you're providing and people are paying for it, you have the value, you are the person giving the value. That's the same mentality you have when you meet rich people. Whatever you have is providing value for them. So don't go with the mentality of help me, help me, help me. See, once you come into a circle of rich people and they sense that you are a taker, just forget it. They will put you one side. The way they will shade you, you feel less of yourself. I'm saying these things from experience. I've had very harsh reality of life. When you meet people, rich people, and you ever by mistake make them sense that you need them, that's the last time you hear from them. Because at the end of the day, at least to an extent, see, I've been the poor person, I've also been the rich person, so I know it. On a weekly basis, at least 3 people beg, no, not 3, let me say 5. Weekly basis, at least 5 people are asking me for money. Out of these 5, I might know only 1. 4, I don't know them from anywhere. So what makes you think now? What makes your own begging stand out from these other 5 people? There must be something I sense of value coming from your own end that will make me interested. Okay, this guy, let me just give this guy something. Even if you've not helped me before, there's some form of value that probably later in life we might connect and you help me also. You get what I'm trying to say? So don't think that if you appear beggarly, let me look as if I'm dying, so that they will help me. You will not get any help from anywhere. I promise you. You will not get, nobody will help you. They will tell you they don't have money, and when they go to church, they will donate 20 million in front of you. See, have value. That's what I'm trying to say. They will tell you they don't have money, but when maybe they go to an occasion, maybe they go to nightclub, and hype man will hype them. Hey, in front of you. Now they told you don't have money. Now they will give 5 million in front of you like this. See, have value. That's what I'm saying. Have value. Develop value. Have it and front it. Once you meet somebody that you sense that you want to connect with, come with value. This is what I do. This is how my business can help you. This is the solution that we're going to provide to this certain problem you're having in your business. That's how to penetrate. Because if you go with help me, we just started, please, if you can loan me, you go suffer. I promise you, your suffer go suffer. You know where your suffer is suffering. See, these things I'm telling you are from experience, so don't take it and play. That's the code. Honor, first of all. Value. Then number 3 is when you now build relationship. We are still talking. We're still in number 1. Remember that these are 3. I'm talking about 3 secrets of wealthy people. We're still talking about number 1, which is value. Okay, and everything about value is centered around these 3 things I've told you. Okay, because we have 2 more things to settle, and we might just end here. There's something else I want to do, which is simple wealth frameworks, but we're going to postpone that to some other time. So let me just round up on this value. So settle number 2 and number 3. Okay, so under value, these are the secrets now. They are value driven. That's the first secret of wealthy people. They are value driven. And when you meet wealthy people, number 1, honor them. Number 2, enter them with value. Let them know that you are not here to beg them. I'm not here to beg you for money. I'm here to offer value. Then number 3, build relationship with them. Relationship, see, this thing they say, you see these things that people say, things like day for who, day for you, and call who call you, text who text you. These are poor man talk. Poor man talk. When you want to build relationship with wealthy people, only you will be calling, and you have to be okay and satisfied. You get what I'm saying? You have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with being the one calling. Because at the end of the day, and when I mean call, oh God, there are many things I want to say. I wanted to go into ethics now, but no need. Build relationship. Building relationship can be looking for the things they like and buying it for them. Maybe you know where their son goes to school. You know, maybe maybe their son in their school, they wear red shoe. You can show up one day and say, I saw your son going to school with red shoe. I bought you a red shoe. See, there are some things, it doesn't have to be expensive. Some people think that the more expensive a gift is, the more it penetrates people. But that's not true. Most of the time is the thoughtfulness in the gift. How thoughtful is the gift? The fact that you even thought of that kind of gift is what makes it valuable. The fact that you even it can be a tie. You see somebody who likes a certain kind of tie, and you go all out to look for that particular kind of tie and buy it. How much is tie? Even if the expensive ones 15,000, 20,000. Let's say you don't even have up to that amount. Look, it can be cufflinks. You can get cufflinks for 3,000 or 5,000. Do you understand? It's the thoughtfulness in the gift that makes it valuable to the person you are giving it. And it might require you doing that for a very long time. Because at the end of the day, if what you are looking for is a business relationship, which is the ultimate thing I think you should be going for, because what other, I mean, what I don't know, in my opinion, there's really, if I have somebody I want to connect with in my life because the person is wealthy, I'm most likely thinking that at some point you will need my service or you need my expertise. So that's what I'm gunning for. I'm not just sustaining relationship for relationship's sake. You understand? At the end of the day, I am actually looking forward to you patronizing, using my service or referring me to your friends who needs it, something like that. So as long as the relationship needs to be, if it requires there's some people at the beginning of every month, I send them text, happy new month, wishing you, or maybe I see them celebrate something. If I can, I do flyers for them from my own, okay, please do fly for this guy, for this person. Let's honor him. That's my own style. It can be anything. Can buy them something. It can just be anything at all, anything whatsoever. Do you understand? Those are the three things. Number one, honor. Number two, go with value. Make sure that you are not going beggarly. You're not going there to beg. And then number three, build relationship. Let them love you for who you are, and you to love them for who they are. Do you understand? Know how to love what they love. Talk about what they talk about. Do you understand? Some people go to, maybe you have the opportunity to meet with somebody who will change your life, and you are talking about rubbish things. You are telling them how telling them about football. There's something I read about Abraham Lincoln. Why people refer to him today as one of the best presidents in America is because before, and I think every president after then in America have been doing it. I don't know whether Nigerian president does it. Probably he does. I don't know. But I read that anytime anybody is coming to see Abraham Lincoln, his staff do a research on the person, print documents and everything they know about the person, his family, the kind of things he likes, and they give it to the president before the person comes in. So the president, before you're coming, he already knows you. He knows the kind of things you like. He knows you like football. So once you come, he starts talking to her about Barcelona, about Real Madrid, because those are the things that you like. And while you are engaging in that small talks, you're already loosening up. The things that you would have easily said no to, you can't say no again because this guy don't enter you. You don't enter personal places. Do you understand? So when I meet people that matter, I'm not interested in anything that is my own interest. I put it behind. If it's somebody I know that likes innovation, likes tech, that's my topic. Talk about Elon Musk. How Elon Musk is changing the world. How Elon Musk is, that will be the topic for that conversation. I know a particular man, this very, is a multi-billionaire. Anytime I go to visit him, he likes politics. He likes to talk politics. So for that moment, I'm a political guru. Hey, how this person's regime did like this, they did like this, they did like this. On a normal day, I'm not a political. I don't like politics. You understand? But just because he loves it and he enjoys the discussion, I engage in what you like. So by the time you now want to maybe have a request at the end, be like, please, we also have this thing that I want you to, because you guys have gone too deep in the small talks. It becomes too difficult to say no. I'm giving you guys codes. I'm giving you guys codes. If you're getting value, type value in the comment section. Let me know you're getting value. Let's move to number two. Number two, secrets of wealthy people. If you're getting value, please type value in the comment section. Let me know you guys are getting value on the comment section. All right? Okay. All right. This is one side type flowing value. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So let's move. Number two is, wealthy people think win-win. Many people think that now the main problem with poor people is that a lot of poor people think that somebody else has to be poor for them to be rich. A lot of poor people think that somebody else has to go down for them to go up. A lot of people think that somebody else has to lose for them to win. Now, the difference with that and rich people wealthy people is that wealthy people think win-win. How can you win and I also win and we all both live happy? I've been in some negotiation tables where the whole tide changed. That's the whole flow of the conversation changed at the introduction of something that was valuable to the other party. See, somebody does not have to lose for you to win. Others can win and you yourself will also win. That's how wealthy people think. When you are there are many things I want to say. Like some at the point there are like 1,000 things I want to come out from my mouth. But I really need to learn how to like do serious speaking. Like I need to learn how to be coded when I'm speaking. I'll try. Okay. But what I'm trying to say here is I have a relative of mine, who is a very rich person, very wealthy, multi-billionaire, and I've seen him do business. He's not corporate business. He sells. He sells some merchandise. I don't want to go into details so that people that might know him might not know what I'm talking with. But he sells stuff. Okay. And I've seen the way he executes business. Every time you come into his shop to buy something from him and you are pricing him, there's this thing he does. He does it internally, but it shows in the way he flows in the conversation. He's trying to find a sweet spot for both of you. He will try to give you a price that makes you feel like you are cheating him, but at the same time is profitable, highly profitable to him, including your class, the way you dressed, the way you packaged. He just profiles you. If you're somebody who, if he tells you that the price is cheap, you probably think it's fake, he might hike the price for you. Hike it in such a way that it won't be too high for you to feel like it's now overpriced, but just enough to feel like it's my level, but I'm getting it a bit lesser expensive than I should have gotten it. So he's trying to find a sweet spot for both of you. You are buying feeling like, this would have been more expensive than this, so but this guy is giving me because he's wealthy, he's giving me a discount. So you are buying feeling like, this would have been more expensive than this, so but this guy is giving me a discount. So you are buying feeling like, this would have been more expensive than this, so but this guy is giving me a discount. So okay, so we're back. Network glitched, but we're back. All right. So at the end of the day, you need to always think win-win. How can the person, other people win? The people you're giving the value to, how are they winning? And how can you also win? Somebody must not always go down for you to go up. You can both win together. Okay, that's another thing. That's another secret of wealthy people. Now I need to deal with the last one now because we are way past our time. Now the third Those terms probably you've heard it more than you're willing to hear, but I'll say it one more time. It is called leverage. Leverage, leverage, leverage. Now, this is a word you must not forget in your life. Leverage. Rich people are always on the lookout for leverage. They are always looking for leverage. Now, what is leverage? Leverage is anything, any tool, any resource. Resource now can be animate or inanimate. Animate resources can be human being, can be even animals. Okay? Inanimate can be anything from AI all the way down. From AI, machines, tools, equipment, all the way down. Those are inanimate resources. Rich people or wealthy people are always looking for leverages that will help them to optimize performance. Now, I always use this example. If you look at the richest people in the world, you find out that if you do a cross examination of their wealth, you find out that truly what makes them wealthy is that they understand leverage. Some of the wealthiest people in the world are the highest employers of labor also. What do you think employing labor means? Is leverage. Because every single one person you employ or add to your work is taking a chunk of his time and donating to that work. That's leverage. So they are leveraging on your time, your expertise to also make their work better. Now, this is not a bad thing if you also, the worker, understands leverage. Because even as an employee, you should also be making use of all the leverages that the company also gives you access to also build wealth for yourself. Because the essence of a job is not to make money, is to learn on the job. But that's the topic for another day. Okay. So leverage, understand leverage and maximize leverage. Know when to source for resources that can help you to do this. That's the method of main to you if you know how to leverage. I Before I decided to go into forex trading full time. Um, I used to be a graphic designer and also a video editor and web designer. Those are the three things I used to do. Those are the skills I learned when I was doing my internship, because I already knew that I was not going to practice. As at when I was doing my internship, they were paying us 138,000 every month. And from my graphic design skill, my video editing and my web design skill, I was earning over 250,000 every single month. Now, that means I was earning double from something I learned on YouTube than what I was earning from a skill that took me 7 years to learn. 5 years in school, 1 year internship, making it 6 years, and 1 year. Well, I've not done youth service as at then, so let's say 6 years. So a skill, a profession that I had learned for 6 years, I was earning more from a skill I learned on YouTube, because I learned graphic design on YouTube. I was earning more from that skill than I was earning from something I learned from 6 years. Now, as at then also, I was also affiliating to a lot of other businesses that were around that, branding niche, video editing, graphic design, web design, branding, and the likes of it. I was leveraging on their skill also to offer some of my clients, because I was also teaching. In fact, I had a list of skills I was teaching at the time. More than half of it were not my skills. But I know a friend that knows a friend. And I said, okay, so you know how to do this skill. Can you also teach it? If I bring somebody for you to teach it, will you give me money? Person say, okay, no problem. If somebody pays 15,000, I give you 5,000 and I collect 10,000. I was leveraging on all of that. So I was selling other people's skills like it was mine, and I was making money from it. That's leverage. Some of you, the businesses you are doing right now, you have no business in doing those kind of business. You will probably make more money if you learn and understand leverage. I always say that if I wasn't a forex trader, if I wasn't making money from forex, most likely I would have been doing affiliate marketing or something related to it, because that's like the easiest kind of money to make in this world. And when I mean easy, you don't have the skill. All you need to do is to connect the person who needs the skill with the person who has the skill, and you make your money from the main. Simple. I would have, when I mean affiliate markets, I don't mean this one that people are just doing rubbish and collecting. I don't mean CPA and all those kind of things. I mean affiliate marketing to businesses, to cars, people that are selling cars, people that are selling lands or something. Affiliate means that you're connecting somebody to somebody. That would have just been the model of businesses that we run. You get what I'm trying to say? So if you know how to leverage in life, you most likely not lack money. The problem is that you want somebody else to lose so that you be the only one winning. So you don't want to leverage. But if you know how to leverage, a lot of things will be easy. You have easy access to a whole lot of opportunities. Leverage. That's the 21st century way of making money. It doesn't matter the niche where you are, whether you are in the finance niche, health, wealth niche, fashion, there is always a way to leverage. Now, let me take, okay, let's do a bit of practical. Somebody here, anybody here, can you tell me what your business is or what you are doing? I can give you two or three how you can leverage in that business to make more money. So let's be practical now. Anybody here now? Anybody, please just tell me what your business is or what you are doing on the comment section, and let me share ideas with you. So maybe by the time I share this idea, some of you here can leverage on that to also think of how you can make yours also better. Okay, I'm seeing somebody says, I'm a chef. That's the first here. I'm a chef. That means you cook food. Now, I would also appreciate, give me some context. Are you running, is your chef work, are you working for a restaurant, working for a business, or you own your own shop, or like give me some form of context to your chef work, please. Give me more context. Are you working for yourself? Do you own your own restaurant, or are you working for somebody? Give me some context. Let me Home services. Okay. So home services, I'm making the assumption probably you cook for people. You cook for people, maybe they order, then you cook for them, something like that. So I'm just making the assumption that might not be correct, but I'm working with what you've given me. So he said this person is saying that he or she is a chef, and then he runs home services through the chef work. Now, let me think of three ways now that you can leverage on that. Okay. So let's assume that the model of the business is you cook at home, and then you have flyers. Okay. You have flyers that maybe you paste around your neighborhood that tells them that anybody that needs to cook food, that you can cook and then bring it for them in bulk, something that looks like that. Let's assume that's how it works. Now, you can also leverage on the people patronizing you by, one example now is, let's say somebody orders for 10 liters, 10 liters of with soup. Now, let's say egusi soup. Let's say somebody says he's ordering for 10 liters of egusi soup, and the person is willing to pay for it. And let's say that the person is willing to pay 25,000. 25,000 for 10 liters of egusi soup. Now, how leverage can come in is you can do something like uh, you can do something that looks like referral, create some form of referral system, kind of. So, if for instance they decide to bring somebody else, let's assume they've paid you 5,000, or you give a discount and say if they're able to bring somebody else who patronizes you, they get an extra 1 liter of egusi soup as a as thank you, something like that. So let's assume that you're doing this business in a, maybe you're supplying a bank, for instance. Now you're the person who is supplying the bank, maybe during their break period, you're supplying them with egusi soup. You can meet one of them and tell them, okay, if you refer somebody else to my business, or if you tell somebody about my business and the person patronizes me, for the next maybe 2 weeks, I can give you 1 liter of egusi soup every Saturday. Now, what you have done without your knowledge is that on you have secondarily employed that person, because the person is now interested in, okay, if I'm able to bring a friend, because I promise you, everybody was having knows somebody who is single and at home and doesn't know how to cook or doesn't even like to cook. So if you can do anything that you can do to encourage them to talk to somebody else about your business, is leverage. So if you can get them to talk to somebody else about your business, and in return you pay them, with 1 liter of egusi soup, and that egusi soup can be from that client they referred. So when the client referred maybe pays, you can from there give them 1 liter from that, and it becomes their own payment. Now imagine the number of people, if it's somebody, maybe a young, imagine you do that to a young guy in secondary school, not secondary school now, university, that has friends, and you're telling the person that if the person can bring somebody to buy from you, that you give the person 1 liter of egusi soup for 2 Saturdays, for instance, so that it won't be too much. 2 Saturdays. Trust me, the whole school will the whole campus will hear about that your business. You understand? So that can be one method of leverage. You understand? That can be one method. Now, the second method of leverage can also be something related to the referral system, but a bit more direct. Now, you can anyway, this one is more like market. It's not really leverage, but it's more like market. You can propose, instead of paying, paying just 25,000 for one time service. Why not subscribe? Why not subscribe? Why not pay 100,000, and every Saturday, maybe for the next maybe 1 month, I supply it with this kind of food. That way they pay more, you buy more goods, more food stuff in bulk, probably gets them cheaper. And at the end of the day, you make more money than you'd have made if you're just cooking one time, offering one time services. You understand? So that can also be another form of leverage, but it's more like marketing, it's more like pricing, but it's more like sales, but at the same time, it also looks like leverage. Another thing you can also do is you can teach it. That's also leverage. You can, do you know how much Huda Basi made during that her food? When the first, I know about the first. I know she has done like 5 or 6 different classes after them. But the first time, immediately she won that Guinness Book of World Record that she did that first class. My wife paid. That class was, I think, 35,000. And over, I think, in the class where she was, there were over 1,000 people, and I heard there were like 4 classes or so. So let me calculate, because it was like 46 million as at when I calculated it. Yes, it's more than that. Yeah. 140 million. So over 4,000 people paid for that class. Over 4,000 people paid for that class, 35,000 naira each. So she made clean 140 million in like 1 week period, or maybe let's say 1 month within the period she advertised that. And guess what she did during the class? It's very simple. These were all just as she was cooking, she's recording value, she's recording the video. You know what I'm trying to say? As she's any because she cooks every day, because she eats every day, don't you? Everybody eats every day. So as she's cooking food, she's documenting the video and saying what she's doing. And that was the only thing she was sharing during the classes. So it was valuable to us because after then my wife was cooking all manner. So we got value from the class, but she also made money also. So it was a win-win for both of us. So she leveraged on that skill and made more money than should have. I mean, how many people will you cook for to make 140 million? How many people do you want to cook for to make 140 million? So that's another way you can apply leverage to that business. You understand? As you're cooking, let's say today you're doing moi parfait. You are moi parfait, Jesus. Moi parfait. How did I even come out from my mouth? Moi parfait. That's something. Somebody should clock it. But it's not bad though. Who knows? Maybe this is a recipe for somebody. Okay. So as you're doing something, as you're doing the job, you can be documenting it. You can be recording the video. This is okay. At this point, I added Maggie, I added a goosey. Be documenting it. Put it on Seller. It becomes your cooking course. Somebody comes to your restaurant and eats your own, like, oh, I like your food. How did you do it? So I have a course. If you want to learn all my recipe, pay me 50,000. You give them access on Seller. You do it once, you earn from it for a lifetime. So I've given you 3 now. Are you saying EEO analytics now? Can we see now? There are other ways to leverage on your business. Okay, so I've given you 3 now. Can we do another one now? No, we're past time. But from what I told him now, I believe that some of you at least will have ideas on how to leverage your business and optimize it in such a way that you can make more money doing lesser work. You get what I'm saying? So understand leverage. Understand leverage. Understand leverage. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. All right. So that said, I hope you guys got value this night because I really want to end here. This is supposed to be a 1 hour class, but we've already done 1 hour 37 minutes. I hope you guys got value. This is the last class in the School of Finance for now, until we visit the School of Finance again sometime sometime this year, sometime maybe around August. We should be in the School of Finance again. All right. So on that note, we are going to be moving into the School of Relationship the next time we are meeting. Okay. And it's a good time we're entering because this is the season of Valentine also. So during that, I mean, the School of Relationship is very sweet. I promise you. Now, for those of you that joined us the first time, like I said, all those videos are still on this YouTube channel. So go on the live session, all the classes you've missed, please. I played with you, watch them. And please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you guys, please subscribe to this channel. All right. Subscribe to this channel. All right. Like this video and please subscribe. Very important. Please, if you're ready to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm grateful. We did 3 schools under the School of Finance, and it has just been layers upon layers of value. So please, I would advise those of you that missed the previous classes to go and catch up. So by next time, probably in 2 weeks' time, we'll be doing next month. Obviously, we're going to be doing the School of Relationship, and I'll be teaching you guys a few things I know about relationship that has helped me because I think I'm having the best of times in my relationship with my wife and my family. So I have a few things. If you're looking for life partner, relax. I'll give you tips and tricks. Whether you're a guy, whether you're the lady, whichever person you are, trust me, School of Relationship, I'm here. Okay? If you're looking for understanding boyfriend and understanding girlfriend, relax. I'm gonna give you tips. All right, so it's going to be amazing from next month. All right, so thank you guys. I'm glad you guys got value, and we'll call it a night number so that you can join the WhatsApp group 0813735465. So send a message, WhatsApp only, please. WhatsApp, no calls. Send a message to this number on WhatsApp, and I would be glad to assist you. So that's the number on the screen there. Send a message to that WhatsApp number, and you'll be responded to and added to the group. You can just maybe send Wisdom or Wisdom Bank mentorship, and you'd be added to the group. Somebody is asking, I have a question. What can you say for someone in his 20s who is confused about life? Please send a message to this number. Then when you added to the WhatsApp group, please ask this question on the WhatsApp group, because I want to use a voice note to answer it on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that everybody will also learn from it. All right, so send a message to this WhatsApp number. I'm Emmanuel Trades, and when you get response, join the WhatsApp group and then ask this same question on the WhatsApp group so I can explain that to you with a voice note. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night rest, everyone. I love you guys. It was a good time talking to every one of you. So we'll catch up again next month on the School of Relationships. So don't forget to subscribe before you go and like this video. All right. So good night, everyone. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye for now.